Are we getting any other surprises, or is it just going to be this 5 now? Which I'm fine with. It's cool.
I think the machine games is Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, we know it's Indiana Jones. I'm looking forward to that. Right, this is Aria. What's it called? History Untold. Made by the same people who made Civ 5, and it's like very similar.
And welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization 5. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love.
I like Civ 5. Civ 5's fun. It's a life-stealing game, though. You can spend like 16 hours playing one game.
It's a 4X game, I think. It just depends if it's like, oh wait a minute. Is it not like turn-based of some sort?
I don't know. Watch out for Gandhi. He's a badass.
In truly compelling and approachable way.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Civ 5 Gandhi's like the like the most powerful person in the game.
Well, it started out as a glitch where they want to make Gandhi the most peaceful leader, but it literally went the opposite due to the glitch. But then it's just turned into a feature for every game.
Yeah.
Stan, we started in his basement.
I've only played a little bit of Civ 5 though, because I know it would take over my life if I kept playing it. This game I could see taking over my life. If it's good, I could see myself playing this a long time.
I played Civilization Revolution for a long time. Even if I got all the achievements, I spent hours into it.
Ooh.
Presents a living world where you can rule.
This looks good. And I've just got a new laptop, so this might be the game that I use my laptop for. This might be my new laptop game.
It just makes me think, like, I think I've seen something like this before, but I don't know if this is it. I think it's like you build towns and then try to protect it. I don't think this is
so,
it.
Yeah.
And finally, for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself. Not just
like if you build into others' territory and then they declare war on you. Yeah, that's new.
We call the living world.
Ooh.
It's a procedurally
interesting as well, because in Civilization you always have is it hexagons?
for players to paint
Yeah.
society
Or but this seems to be all different shape borders.
Choices players make over the course of the game.
Just in.
Yeah, I think if you look at it like that, they don't follow a strict shapes there. I think these are pretty much like flakes, as if it's more variable. I think they just stitch together like patches.
Looks pretty.
Have you?
I have a feeling.
It just
I think this
reminds
might be the
me.
January game.
It just reminds me of like Risk, where all the lands are like more variable and is all tied together. So you have to like move your
Risk.
units across.
Yeah, I mean, Risk is essentially the board game version of Civilization, isn't it, really? And you can also play digital versions of Risk, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. I used to love Risk. Again, one of those games you could literally play one game of Risk in your last days. That's the problem. I know this life will... If I got into this game, it would take over my life. That's the problem.
While still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Do we have to use slaves? Because that sounds really... I don't like the sound of that. That sounds mean.
Same way you say about nuclear weapons. Will you fire a nuclear weapon?
That's true. So what's 4X? I don't know what 4X genre means. Do you know what that means? Because am I stupid? Should I know what that means?
No, it's alright. I think it relates to X words of some sort, but it relates to 4 things you can do, which is expansion, explore, and I don't know. 4X usually refers to 4 things you can do in the game, and that usually relates to building, expansion, exploration, and even like do battles as well.
It looks interesting. I definitely want to try it out. I said I like Civ 5, and this is made by the same people who made Civ 5, so...
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their...
Simultaneous turn.
In Aura, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel...
That's interesting.
In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low.
Yeah.
You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime.
That's interesting.
Where you're not doing anything.
Because it's not turn-based, it's not live, it's not real-time, but it's like something in between. I think that's interesting. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's a case where you do one thing at a time, and then it just lets the other turns take over. And then once you finish what you're doing, you end up like doing ask what you can do next. So
yeah. So if you're playing against a computer, you can just keep going. But if you're playing against a human, you might have to sit there for a minute while they do their move. So, come on, dude, I've already done my move. Can you hurry up? Looks good though.
And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us,
Team Gaddy.
Yeah, it's interesting they got like the board game, because when they do playtesting before they develop a game, if you can like put it as a board game, you can lay out and then see what changes you can make. So
oh yeah, that's a good call. I never thought of that. I also like they have a hammock under their table. That seems a bit inappropriate, but hey, we'll go with that.
It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe
dangerous wildlife. Interesting.
We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent...
I like cougars.
Ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of
I like all the women. Get it?
well,
it's been years of
I don't know if you can see one in England though. The wild big cat.
We're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players.
Oh, they got scooters. They look like they're having a blast in this studio. Later this year. Okay.
And continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
Ooh. Okay.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today.
Well, it's this out then.
To play Aura and to create your own history.
Full. Oh man. All right. Okay, so that's full. Avowed's full.
And it's also for PC.
Yeah, and then Hellblade's May. So is Indiana Jones going to be fall as well, or is it actually going to be out sooner than we think?